So one of the questions I get asked quite often is whether or not I would recommend that you go on TV to find love. So without further ado, let's answer that question once and for all.
You can't make more of a fool out here.
I know, exactly.
I'm joking.
So, as a few of you guys know, I was on First Dates Ireland a few years ago, which is a TV show where they match you up with a complete stranger. You go on a date and you see if the two people hit it off. Didn't work out too well for me, but let me answer all the questions that you guys often quite ask me. So, what's the experience like? The experience is a really interesting one. You send in a video, what's the word I'm looking for? Audition to see if if you're interested, if you get included on the show, and then if you make it to that stage, you go in, you do your pre-show interview, and then it's time for the big day a few weeks later. So when I rolled up to the Gibson Hotel in Dublin to film First Dates Ireland, it was really weird. It was kind of, you didn't know what you were going into. I remember thinking, oh, how do you dress for this kind of thing? Like, what's too much, what's too little? When you get there, you are escorted to a green room, which is a green room that, say your other half obviously will not be in. So careful measures are taken so that you don't bump into who you're matched with before the date. Now, in the green room, you have a little bit of gargle, a few cans of beer, a few glasses of wine if you want to. Now, I don't know about you guys, but naturally, if you have a lot of drink, you could say anything, you could do anything. Fuck off! So for me, I was like, okay, I'll have one drink to get on the level and see what happens from there. So I just had one drink. Another question that a lot of people ask is, who pays for the meal? So before you go into the restaurant in First Dates Ireland, you're given a contribution of €20 towards your meal. And I don't think this is necessarily a stabby thing at all. But what the producers would tell you is that the reason that they don't pay for the whole meal is because they want to see how it would naturally play out at the end of the day when it comes to who's paying for the meal, which is always the awkward part. And if you don't hit it off with the person, it's like, I mean, for me, I'd always much rather pay. But all you can do is offer, right? And if the other person doesn't want to accept, then there's nothing you can do about that. So yeah, it was a fun experience. It is a fun experience. Would I recommend that you go on TV for love? It's a question that I get asked often. And the answer is, it depends on how well you can handle rejection and a bit of a spotlight being on you. So, I mean, if you go in there with the attitude of, look, I'm going in for a bit of fun, see what happens. If something comes out of it, great. If something doesn't come out of it, that's cool as well. I'm just here for a bit of laugh and see what happens. But if you're on your last leg and you're not feeling too confident in yourself, maybe it's not the right thing to do. It's probably not the right place. But certainly, if all else has failed, if Tinder has failed and your DMs have dried up on Instagram and you're sick of all the what's the word I'm looking for, mismatches out there, then maybe that the option is for you. So if you decide that you're going to go for First Dates or any TV romance show, let me know so I can see how you get on. And I just thought this would be a cool video to answer that question as to what the experience is really like. And if you have any other questions in relation to what it's like going on First Dates Ireland, just drop them in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you soon. Take care, guys. See you again for another video very soon. Have a great week.